is this like, I don't want to say make or break, but how much stock are you putting on what we see from Ersson now through as long as he's the clear-cut number one guy?
I mean, it is make or break, really, because we've been asking ourselves, okay, does this guy make Carter Hart expendable outside of all of this? And we didn't really know. We were kind of guessing, like, well, maybe he does because he's looked pretty good, but he hasn't played all that many games. We don't know for sure. And we're going to find out real quick if this guy is going to be a capable NHL starter for a team that has aims on starting to compete for a Stanley Cup in a few years. And if he does not, then the Flyers are going to have to figure out some shit real quick because there's not really anything else right now. Like, they've got Kozlov in Russia, right? But who knows when he can come and if he'll be good when he gets here, because goalies don't make any sense. You never know what you're going to get. But right now it's him and Cal Peterson. So if Ersson can't do it, then it's kind of a problem. So, yeah.
Oh, man, Kelly, you're making us all worried here. I'm just kidding. No, but it's true. Like, and it's funny because we talked about before, like, with Ersson, the more we see from him, the more reps he gets in between the pipes, the more he excels, and he definitely flourishes under that role as well. Now, even recently, it's been tough. Obviously, we've been dealing with injuries. We've been dealing with, obviously, Owen Tippett being out as well, the amount of games too. But even like tonight, he sees 18 shots, 15 saves. Like, it's tough for him tonight, but he's trying to win. He's trying to win those games here for the Flyers. He's doing the best he can, and it is a tough situation to be excelled in. But like, we're gonna find a lot about Sam Ersson as well.
I think tonight too, the numbers look bad. However, 2 of the 3 goals were on really weird deflections.
Very fluky.
And again, bringing this back to the conversation I was having with you guys all last week, when the conversation was Hart versus Ersson. And the point I made is that, look, I'm not saying Hart's playing great, but I do think that people are in a mindset where everything, like, they're not cutting Hart any slack at all for when things go against him because they're so in love with Ersson.
Yeah.
Now Hart is gone for the foreseeable future, maybe forever. We'll see. Now suddenly people are going to look at Ersson differently.
Yeah.
Because Ersson is no longer the shiny new toy. Like I've always talked about in Philadelphia, Philadelphians love the backup quarterback. As long as the backup quarterback has even like a modicum of potential, they love the backup quarterback because they know the guy who starts. They know that they're frustrated with him because he's not living up to all their expectations. So then they put all of their hopes on the backup because he's something new. Ersson got to be that for a while when Hart went through a dip, especially after the Christmas break, after he came back from that illness that he had. Hart went through a dip. Ersson was playing really well. It was very easy for people to say, man, Ersson's so much better. He's our real number one, because he wasn't. It was easy to make those comments and make those jokes because you knew deep down that he wasn't the number one and he didn't have the pressure of being the number one. Now, suddenly, he is that guy, and I guarantee you what's going to happen is people are going to turn on Ersson too, because this is what people in Philadelphia do.
Oh, it's definitely the curse of expectations for the goaltender.
Exactly.
Before it was like, okay, well, Carter Hart is like, no one's arguing that he's like the number one. Like, no matter what, it was, oh, yeah, well, guess what's going to happen day one of the playoffs? 79 is going to be in net. Right. And now it was, oh, but Ersson's great. This is fun. We have this other thing. Right. And now he's not this other thing. He's the only thing.
He's the only thing.
And I do think people are going to change their expectations on him at least a little bit. And that we might start seeing a little more, yeah, well, I guess he didn't have a shot on a lot of them, but also it's the goalie's job to stop the puck.
Exactly.
And that's true. Like, that is true. He's given up, 8, 9, 10, 11 goals in the last 3 games. That's not awesome.
Not great.
That's not real good. His last 3 games was
recency bias, baby.
879, 789, and tonight's 824. Not having the best run of it by the numbers, but
I don't think by the eye test he's been bad.
No,
but there are a lot of people who will just look at the numbers who maybe didn't even watch the game and just say, "Oh, Ersson sucks." Clearly he's not up to it. He don't got it. I would like people to, given the way the situation has played out and the way that Ersson is going to essentially get, sink or swim, bud, just give it time. Like, let him have a large sample size of showing what he can do as the number one before we dismiss him as quickly as we pumped him up.
I think he's going to get... considering the circumstance we're in now, I think at least for the immediate future, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt from people.
I hope so.
Because we have he's not supposed to be in this role. The team in front of him has dipped recently. A
little bit.
It's not we say that, but they gave up 24 shots? Like they didn't have 20 shots.
Fewer than that. I think they were
That was
17.
like 17 shots.
17 shots they gave up.
They didn't have 20 shots tonight. Like they are still really limiting the opponent's opportunities. They're not creating a ton of opportunities for themselves, even with like the shot totals that they're putting up. They said tonight, like I think Bush on the broadcast was like, I mean, they're not generating any grade A's. They have all these shots, but like,
Yeah.
But they are still
right.
playing. I don't want to say great defense because the opportunities they give up are like, and it's a 2-on-0 down low.
They're blocking a lot of shots.
Yeah, they're blocking a ton of shots. They're keeping teams to the outside for the most part.
Yeah.
It just seems as if now every breakdown is, it's not a breakdown, it's broken.